Change News. This is Isha Bargate. Today's news are: Jair Bolsonaro is the leading candidate in Brazil's presidential election, despite his outspoken opposition to environmental conservation and indigenous people, in addition to a public track record of racist, homophobic and sexist behavior. His promise to dissolve Brazil's environmental agencies and eliminate nearly all oversight in the Amazonian region. Bolsonaro plans to withdraw Brazil from the Paris Agreement, which is suggested in unjust interference in Brazilian sovereignty by the United Nations, and claims that land rights for indigenous community are part of UN plot to generate separatist sentimentals. According to the U.S. National Centers for the Environmental Information, September 2018 ranks 4th with September 2017 for being warmest September the Earth has ever experienced. Also, according to the National Snow and Ice Data Center, Arctic sea ice decreased to 1.77 billion square miles on September 19th. This size is at the annual low point and is the 6th smallest in the satellite record. And several climatologists are going to study how such open water in the North Pole will affect the world's weather. Most UNESCO heritage sites face the risk of being damaged due to the soil erosion and rising water. 2 out of 49 UNESCO World Heritage Sites are being at risk by rising sea level and soil erosion caused by human-driven climate change. Due to the continuous greenhouse gas emission, the sea level is set to rise well into the 22nd century. The Yale University study was based on 4 different scenarios and found that by 2100 flood risk may increase by 50% and erosion risks by 13%. Since August, heavy rains have been lead to the overflowing of Nigeria's 2 main rivers, the Niger and the Benue, causing large-scale damage to life and properties. Over 200 people have died and more than 2 million people have been affected by the disaster. Torrential rains have not only displaced people and livestock but also affected the hundreds of hectares of farmland, causing concern about food security in the African country. Temperatures are expected to increase the number of environmental refugees flowing to more developed regions like the United States and Europe. Many will be forced to leave their home to escape worsening soil erosion, coastal flooding, and desertification and other impacts of climate change. A study noted the importance of agricultural conditions in determining future environmental displacement, showing that Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, and Sub-Saharan Africa have already begun to experience this phenomenon. The day was celebrated on the October 6th. This day was created to remind that several hundred million people around the world are undernourished and in contemplation of making agriculture sustainable to nourishing everybody. Biodiversity should become mainstream following the contemporary unpredictable weather condition. Big commercial farmers tend to favor single crops, which require the use of harmful pesticides, damaging the environmental. Natural biodiversity exclusives of harmful pesticides will benefit the world as a whole much more and might keep the wolf from the door. A research article in Nature published this week has shown that extreme weather caused by climate change will severely affect beer production in Europe. Barley crops will be affected by the extreme heat waves and droughts, and barley is a major ingredient in the production of a beer. In Poland, the paper forecasts that beer prices will increase by 5 times in the next 80 years. The paper aims to bring more people's attention to the negative impact that climate change is already having and will have by looking at how it will affect beer production. October 17th, Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft Corporation, announced an investment of $160 million in European companies to help and develop clean technologies and bring them to market. This fund was made through Bill Gates' startup breakthrough energy ventures. The government had applied for funding to finance a huge coal project, an application that was turned down. The chief executive Jim Yong Kim made it clear that renewable energy sources have been proven way cheaper than the coal. The report titled Options for Keeping the Food System Within Environmental Limits concluded that radical changes are necessary if we are to feed Earth's growing population in a sustainable manner, and warns that raising livestock is an insufficient way to produce calories. A report suggested a shift towards plant-based diet may be the necessary part of the solution. Much of the Earth's land is already used to raise and feed livestock. Millions of people malnourished today, and 70% of Earth's fresh water consumed for agriculture. Meeting the demands of growing population will pose serious challenges.